Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Hey HR. I'm your girl Shay in LA, your resource for humans. So, the question of the day, can managers, employers, owners receive tips at a restaurant, a bar? California law states, no, they cannot. Managers, employers, agents cannot take any part of any tip, okay? There is one exception. If you are a team lead or if you are a shift supervisor, then you can take tips. And that means that if you are a team lead or a shift lead, you are doing 80% of your job just like the employees are and not really managerial duties, okay? What is tip pooling? Tip pooling is when a portion of all of the tip money from the night is collected and redistributed. Okay, this is not the same as tip sharing. Tip sharing is more of when employees that are usually tipped give a percentage of their tips to back of the house staff who normally don't get tips. More like a thank you or an appreciation. So if you are a kitchen staff or a dishwasher or a cashier or a cook or a janitor and somebody slides you something, that's sharing. How do I know if I am eligible for a tip pool? Let's say you work in a coffee shop and you are a team lead, but you're a barista as well. You'll be eligible for a pool. If you are a general manager or a district manager, however, you wouldn't be eligible for a tip pool. You see how that works? So even if you are the manager and you are directly helping a customer from start to finish with the whole chain of service, serving them their drinks, getting them their food, getting them their utensils, if you fall into a manager role where you can hire and fire people and majority of your duties are managing, then you do not get any of that tip, okay? So I just want to be very clear with what that looks like. Can employers mandate a tip pool? Yes, your employer can mandate a tip pool. They cannot, however, count your tips towards minimum wage, okay? You have to make minimum wage and then you also have to be making the tips, okay? Tip credit is not allowed in California, all right? I'll put what tip credit is, but in California, it's not allowed, okay? Certain employees can be included in the tip pool, but it has to be specific employees, okay? So I want to be very clear. It's a chain of service, okay? Chain of service of people who are included in the tip pool. The chain of service results in the tip from a particular customer, okay? So what is the chain of service? Who's a part of it? Servers, bartenders, hosts, bussers. Those are all part of a chain of service. Who's not a part of the chain of service? Cooks, cashiers, okay? Managers, okay? Dishwashers. Those people are not a part of the chain of service, all right? What are the standards of enforcement? 80% to wait staff, 15% to bussers, 5% to bartenders. And I used to bartend, but again, that is what's considered fair. So what is a tip? It must be voluntary. Amount must be set by the customers. The amount cannot be set by the employer, and the customer decides who gets the money. How soon can you take tips home? Cash you can take home immediately. Credit cards, debit cards, the next regular scheduled payday, okay? Mandatory service charge. This is not part of a tip. This is when normally tables have parties of 8 or more and they charge like 18%. Under California law, this is a contract between the employer and the customer. This is not a tip. If the employer decides to give you some of this, they do have to tax you your normal Social Security and different local taxes, okay? They don't have to give you any of it, but they should, all right? So just be clear. If they are giving you money out of the service charge, it has to be taxed. Credit card tips, okay? If you are paid by a credit card tip and your employer is taxed a 2% or 3% fee, they cannot tack on that same fee and take it out of your tip. If your tips are $500 and their transaction fee is 2%, they still have to pay you the $500 and pay whatever that 2% is of the $500, okay? They cannot take that. If your employer is violating the law, please contact your local Department of Labor. They will be able to help you file an investigation. And also, if you are in the state of California, this can be seen as a possible felony with charges up to $1,000 fine, 60 days in jail, and possible restitution and fees. So, keep it compliant, people. Keep it compliant. Follow your law. Ignorance of the law is not a defense in court. So if you want to stay out of court, keep it compliant. And that's all I have for you today. Again, thanks for watching Hey HR. It's your girl Shay in LA. And you can't spell heart without HR. Take care, my wonderful HR people. Don't let them drive you crazy. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.